We're giving him a Joyzy accent. Ah, Mistress Clarissa, you couldn't have appeared at a better time. You see, while out patrolling the city, I chanced to sight a void scent. Masaka! Oido sento! I immediately chased it down with the intent of eliminating it, but something about it struck me as odd. For one, it's made no move to defend itself, but simply sat there, jiggling. Which is why, against my better judgment, I decided to capture it instead. Having traveled to the void, I dare say you might have considerable knowledge of its denizens. If you have a moment, might I trouble you for your opinion on the creature's unusual behavior? I'm truly grateful. Now, if you would follow me, the creature is being held in the Hall of the Radiant Host. Here it is. Surprisingly docile even when I captured it, and there have been no reports of attacks prior to that. Even so, it's the nature of void scent to prey on people for their ether. Perhaps it bides its time waiting to carry out some manner of scheme.
You! I remember you! Yes, you were at Troya! Please, you must help me!
What do you need help with?
Oh, you do understand me! I understand the mortal tongue well enough, but I don't have a mouth to produce the sounds. It's been a struggle to convey my thoughts, but not anymore. You can help me. Yes, you can.
Hey, he's talking. You can converse with the void scent? Amazing! Could you ask it why it came here? What are you doing here?
When you and yours stormed the castle, I was caught up in the fighting and died. In time I returned, but I tired of fighting, so I fled, using the gate to your world. Having just been reborn, however, my essence hadn't fully bound together yet, and so when I emerged from the gate, I was in several sundered selves. Frightened and confused, they scattered. Following their trail led me here, my diminutive size allowing me to remain largely unseen. But by the same token, I can do little more than sneak about. Each of us was weak and powerless. That's why we consumed one another in the first place. Together we were strong. I want you to help me find all of me so that I can be whole again.
What do you intend to do in this world?
I live here, of course. I've always wanted to. We still remember the past, you see. Still remember when we were mortals. We long to have that life again, but we need your help, starting by reuniting us. We won't try to devour anyone, even when we're whole, I swear. You wish to learn more about the Void, yes? There's much we can teach you about those who rule its domains, about their past. Find the others, and they'll tell you all they know. No eating, no tricks. We have a bargain?
All right. So it crossed over to our world to escape conflict and now searches for the rest of itself? I understand void scent are quite reliable when it comes to fulfilling a pact, and I dare say having one as an ally would benefit our research into their world. Very well, if you would be so kind as to search for its kin, I will consult my superiors on how best to deal with them. Makasete.
By that, I take it we have a bargain. Good. I sense 4 others close by. When you find them, you need only point them in this direction. Once they sense my presence, I can guide them the rest of the way.
Alright. Hello.
What's that? I asked you to search for me in exchange for knowledge about powerful void scent. We're still waiting to see this and that, but I suppose a deal is a deal. Those men over there, soldiers, are they not? We used to have soldiers in our world, too. There were lots of them during the Contra Memoria.
Ah, back from Weaver's Warding, are you? I hear you fought well against the void scent that slipped through. Come now, I merely did my duty. Haven't we all sworn to protect our nation no matter the cost?
Protect our nation. How familiar those words. Was it that I heard them? Yes, it was the early days of the Contra Memoria. The enemy had conjured a terrible eidolon that laid siege to a fortress. The garrison was made up of ordinary soldiers, men and women with no remarkable abilities. But led by their valiant commander, they fought bravely and desperately. They had to last until the Memoriat arrived, the commander told them. Needed to hold out no matter the cost. The Memoriat did eventually arrive, but not soon enough for the soldiers.
I feel like the wobbly voice is ruining any seriousness of this at all. Oh god. There's literally tons of dead bodies all around, and I'm gonna talk in wobbly voice.
Having struck down the Eidolon, the Memoriat and his servants searched the castle for survivors. They found only the dead. But just when they had given up all hope, a faint groaning reached their ears. They rushed over to the sound and cleared away debris. And a lone survivor, garrison commander. Instead of joy, however, the sight of the man filled them with anger.
Your soldiers are slaughtered to a man, yet there's barely a scratch on you. What's the meaning of this? The Eidolon was savage but mindless. It was a simple thing to hide myself beneath fallen debris. Hide. As commander, you had a duty to your men. You were supposed to put their lives before your own. Spare me. My duty was to ensure the fortress stood, and it did. Besides, my death would have achieved nothing, honor be damned. No, I'm sworn to protect our nation, and to do that, I must live. It isn't my fate to fall here. Okay, rather, I think he said you're not supposed to put their lives above yours. It isn't your fate, you say? Yo, he's going for it! No hesitation! Is he merely unconscious? Let us bury the soldiers. The commander with them. Fate shall decide what becomes of him, whether he lives or dies. Very well, my lord. Yeah, I sliced him, and now he's unconscious. Zero DPS palette.
Funeral rites were later held for the fallen. Solemn tears quickly gave way to horrified screams as a body emerged from the earth. Commander. I can't die. I must live, the man is said to have declared. People thought him a demon, a disheveled horror, muttering curses as he wandered off to regions unknown. Scarmiglione, they called him. A name befitting his newfound grisly visage. A name befitting a monster. Scarmiglione! We thought we buried him deep, but a mortal's desire to live is not to be underestimated. You're a mortal, so I expect you understand that desire. Well, that concludes my tale. I'd best rejoin myself, if you'll excuse me. So this is where mortals consume ether. Dreading loneliness more than hunger. How very like me. If you don't mind though, I'd like to observe the mortals a while longer.
The food here is simply sublime. Why, I feel stronger with every bite, as if the Migra themselves were granting me their blessing. Food is tasty, that's true enough, but no food is so sublime as to be a substitute for proper training, my friend.
Stronger with every bite, every feed. For my part of the bargain, I will tell you about how we Void Scent become strong. Simply put, it depends on the quality and quantity of ether we harbor. When the world was consumed by darkness, the heroes known as Memoriats arose as powerful Void Scent. In contrast, the vast majority of mortals, powerless and unremarkable as they were, became ordinary Void Scent, like me. There were exceptions, of course, but one in particular I'll never forget. Scarmiglione. I'm sorry, I can't read that name seriously. Scarmiglione. Never had I seen a Voidsent so craven. Even when pushed to the brink of starvation, he would prey only on those weaker than himself. He subsisted on scant leavings and lived in constant fear and hunger. In the face of danger, a Voidsent stronger than himself, fleeing was the only option. The day came when he found his way barred.
How pitiful.
It's him. Such overwhelming ether. Who is this?
You fled instead of facing your foe. Why?
Why? I'm too weak. Why else? Would have been devoured.
So had you enough strength, you would have stood your ground. Very well then.
What's happening? Yes, I feel it. The power swelling within me.
Lo, your foe returns.
Gobble up either. Yes. What have you done to me?
I granted you but a sliver of ether. It was with the power you already possessed that you defeated your foe.
I possessed such power?
Fear had clouded your eyes, blinded you to the strength you had attained feeding on the weak. If you would free yourself from fear, then join me. You shall have a greater cause to live for and know true power.
Curious how, in a world without death, the fear of it could be the key to great strength. The knight recognized this, recognized the Voidsent's potential, and thus did he take him into his service.
The knight in black is not 6 shoebills standing on each other.
Determined as he is to live, it wouldn't surprise me if he were still somewhere out there. He'd be even more powerful now, I expect, from all the devouring he would have done since. Unlike your world, eating actually makes you stronger in ours. Well, I must be going now. The others are waiting.
What are you doing?
My other self grows lonely, you say? My apologies. It was my intent to seek out the others, but I was distracted by the bickering pair of mortals yonder. My goodness, but there's been some colorful language.
To hell's with your father. You shouldn't need his permission just to leave the goddamn house. Please, mind your language. What'd father say if he were to hear you? It's always father this, father that with you. I'm sick of it. You're your own woman now. Bloody act like one for a change. Jesus Christ, man.
Colorful language, yes. Not from the girl, though. Oh no, she appears to be quite well bred. I just hope she's happier than a girl I knew long, long ago. Barbariccia! That girl was born into a family of thugs who suddenly found themselves nobility. She was raised as a noblewoman and had servants tending to her every need. But in the end, she was merely a beautiful bird kept in a gilded cage. Wanting her to be a proper lady, her parents presided over all aspects of her life. They decided everything for her, telling her what to say and do. Chafing from the fetters of her restrictive life, she solicited her handmaiden's aid and stole outside the manor, where she enjoyed a moment of bliss unbeknownst to her parents. Or so she thought. Dude, I thought he had a gun. It was not long before her father dragged her back to her room, barring the doors and windows, denying her even the simple pleasure of an afternoon breeze. Even a bird in a cage may chirp freely. She wasn't even suffered to give voice to her desires. But she wouldn't be deterred. Having once tasted sweet freedom, she yearned for more. And one day, she succeeded in sneaking out of the manor a second time.
You're late. I was beginning to think you wouldn't come. If you're expecting your friends, I'm afraid they're not coming. Father, how did you... What do you mean they're not coming? I had known that some miscreants were cavorting in these parts, but to think that they dared try to consort with my daughter... Well, you needn't worry about them anymore. They're food for the fishes now. How could you do this, Father? Why must you torment me so? Know your place, girl. You are a means for our family to gain influence, and I won't have you selling yourself with riffraff. Kill him, kill him, kill him, do it! Kill him! Snap and kill him. Yes! Take the axe, take the axe! Take the axe! That's right, turn your back. You will not leave your chambers save with my permission, nor will you disobey me again. If you do so, there will be severe consequences. Am I understood? I said, am I understood? Try getting a reservation at Dorsia now, you stupid fucking bastard! To hell. What did you say? She's got the axe. Hey, Dad! Let's go! Yeah! I said go to hell! Very good. We love and abused killing their abuser. Oh, to think that could be so exhilarating to speak my mind, to do as I please. No more living in a cage. From this moment on, I am free, free as the wind.
The young woman struck out on her own, and in her travels discovered her true calling, not in the halls of lords and ladies, but on the battlefield. She became a force of nature, famed for her striking beauty, which belied a terrible savagery. And with this new life, she also claimed a new name, Barbariccia. Hold it. Indeed, she found her freedom. But did she also find happiness, I wonder? I suppose I'll never know. Nor does it matter, for the world that once was is no more. But goodness me, I'd better rejoin the others.
Hell yeah, that was awesome.
What a refreshing breeze. Want to return to the others? Well, they should come here. Did you look at this beautiful, boundless sky? Mortals take to the air from here, do they not? Would that I had wings to soar among the clouds myself. But we voidsmen are not wont to roam, you see. The mightiest among us carve out domains, while the rest labor to stay in their good graces. Now, the master of a domain seldom ventures outside, for it is in one's territory that one is strongest. For some, however, such confinement proved trying, as was the case for a certain voidsman I knew. Crap. I speak of the free-spirited terror of Barbariccia. When she first established her domain, she whiled away the days waiting for her minions to bring her prey. nectar amassed from these offerings was devoted to the singular pleasure of caring for her silky, flowing locks. But the resources of her domain were not without their limits. It was only when none remained to oppose her that she realized she was a prisoner in her own domain, and unless she broke free, she would inevitably wither away, alone. Not knowing what to do, she had fallen into the depths of despair, when the hand of salvation came to pull her out. At this rate, my precious hair will frazzle and fray, had I only the strength to leave my domain.
If strength is your desire, that is easily granted.
Who are you? So much power surging through me!
And what will you do with it? What is it you desire?
What I desire is...
You remove your very domain. Impressive. Impressive. Very nice.
That I can do such a thing. What have you done to me?
I granted you ether, nothing more. It was your will that made it possible.
My will?
Even so, no matter where you should go, there is naught but darkness. What could your destination possibly be?
Destination? I have no need of such. I wish but to be free, like the wind. In a world that has met its end, rare indeed is the soul who desires freedom so ardently that she could will her very domain to move. Recognizing this quality, the knight would grant her more power and a place of command in his mighty army. Story worthy of our bargain, I trust. Might have had more to tell had I not fallen off her domain. Seems you mortals also have a fondness for flying. I'd certainly like to try riding one of these airships of yours. But perhaps another time. My other selves will be a blubbering mess if I don't hurry and rejoin them.
You found the last of the Void Scent. Time to head back to the Hall of the Radiant Host. Dude, this quest is awesome. This quest is awesome. Careful, they're fragile.
Thank you so much for finding me. I hope the knowledge I had to share was worthy of our agreement.
How did you come to know the Archfiends?
My other selves lived quite disparate lives, both as mortals and voidsent. I suppose it is rather fortuitous that they crossed paths with such powerful voidsent. But more importantly, what they could offer was worthy of our bargain. For that, I am glad. All that remains now is for us to rejoin and become whole again. Huh? Is this not all of me? There be no other explanation. There's still more of me lost out there somewhere. I don't sense them. Where could they have gone?
You mean there's more of them wandering about? By the sisters. At the very least, if what you say is true, they pose no threat to the people. Until the others can be found, we will keep these 5 under our care.
Should I sense the others nearby? I hope we can count on you to find them too.